Today I learned.
Okay, so for the longest time, little old uneducated me thought there was only one type of goth. When I would think goth, I would basically picture chicks in big flowy dresses, pale as death, jet black hair, makeup, basically your standard Victorian goth. As time went on, I figured there's a little bit more to it than that. For a long time, I thought, so there's the South Park trio, the traditional goth tall kid, the little Victorian chick, and the emo goth. Oh yeah, and cyber goths. Those were always interesting to me. Recently, I've been finding out more and more subcategories of goth people, and while some of them make sense, a lot of them baffle me, and I don't know how else to put it. First, there's a couple of categories that I would never have known to consider goths, even though I was pretty aware of them. Firstly, the Japanese J-goth, the dark lolicon maid kind of thing, which, if I'm being honest, looks gothy enough, but I would just never put it in that category because, hey, this is Japan we're talking about. Our mortal rules do not apply when it comes to Japan. They are from another planet, another realm of existence even. Then there's the perky, colorful goth, the ones I've taken to calling Hello Kitty goths. I've always considered them more of an offshoot of the emo, which originally I didn't even consider goths. But like if the emos put a dash of color into the traditionally black gothic styling, the perky Hello Kitty goths took it to a whole new level. There's this picture on the internet, maybe you've seen it, a bunch of goth categories. That's what I'm looking at, and that's what confounds me. Fetish goths. I would never think of this as a goth category in itself. I always pretty much considered it either a lingerie, bedroom, sexy time kind of style for gothic chicks or metalheads or whatnot, or just the traditional garb of the dominatrix, which doesn't necessarily have anything to do with goth culture. What's this? Okay, yeah, Rivet Head. I don't know what the hell this is. It looks pretty much like a traditional goth. Maybe they're like something, they're into industrial. I don't know. Hippy Goth. Okay, so this one confused me at first, but from the picture and using my imagination, I'm guessing those are the freaks who like are all into witchcraft and Wicca or some other new age bullshit, crystals, Mother Nature, whatever. But yeah, okay, fine. They can be goths. Corp Goth. I just found out about this recently. It kind of makes sense. Like, yeah, sure. Why wouldn't you have a relatively cool outfit that you can wear to work and look professional, but still stay true to your style? But is it really a category of goths in itself? Like, couldn't every category of goth have like a corp outfit or something? So yeah, okay, yeah, baby bats. What is that? What is it? Just looks like a kid, like a goth kid. I don't get it. Moving on. Okay, Deathrocker. I just found out that this has a name, apparently. Like, I always just called them goth punks or something because they look like a fusion of the two. Like, punkers, only completely monochromatic black and white. But okay, Deathrockers. Right. So what's this? Vampire Goth. Okay, now this is the kind of bullshit branching out of subcultures that is basically the same as another well-established subculture, only with a slight thematic twist. It's kind of like Viking metal is basically black metal, only with Viking-themed lyrics. Vampire Goths, that's basically Victorian Goths, only with fangs. But whatever. What was it? Okay, Metalhead. Really, Metalhead. So I've been a goth for more than a decade now, and I just didn't know it. Cool. Gothabilly. I don't know what this is, but from the picture, I'm guessing it's the kind of pin-up 50s sexy goth thing. Okay, it's a distinctive enough style to make it a category of its own. Cabaret Goth. Okay, this pretty much looks like Fetish Goth meets Gothabilly, because it has the retro fashion vibe of Gothabilly, but also the kind of clothes you would probably wear only in your bathroom. Don't get me wrong, I would never complain about meeting a chick that looks like Dita Von Teese in a club. Why not? Okay, Tribal Goth. I found out that this is like a big thing now and like really established. It's not one of those fringe categories. But I kind of don't understand it. They basically look like belly dancers, like goth belly dancers. Okay, why not? Okay, so here's one. Steampunk and Medieval Goths. I have a personal problem with this, because I resent the fact that the steampunk term has been hijacked by Goths, because barring a relative similarity between the clothes styles, the like Victorian old-timey outfits, there is nothing in common with steampunk and goth culture. Steampunk, for me, as a fantasy and sci-fi enthusiast, has always been more of a retro sci-fi genre that has nothing to do with any kind of music. It doesn't have nearly enough black in itself to be considered goth, and like I just don't get it. It's basically like, okay, we have these clothes that we can use, so why not use it and stick some cogs on it, and now we're steampunkers. Medieval Goths, especially considering this picture, which just looks like fucking Maid Marian, not a goth at all, I would consider them more LARPers, cosplayers, Renaissance fair goers, or just plain fantasy enthusiasts like me. And like, why is this gothic? I don't get it. Like, why? No, I don't know. Faerie Goth. What? This picture basically seems like a guy who is trying really hard to look like David Bowie from the movie The Labyrinth. Which, yeah, now that I've said it out loud, it's probably kind of the whole point. Oh yeah, and these last three. Now, this is really taking it too far. On the picture you have Mopey Goth, Romantic Goth, and Geek Goth. Okay, so what? Basically now we're just taking feelings and interests and sticking goth at the end, and now it's a category in itself. Like, what the hell is a geeky goth? Yeah, no more. No mas. I'm aware of my blissful ignorance in this, and like any comment, any rage you want to share with me, you can do on our forum. Come at me, trolls. I'm just waiting for your grief, for your aggro. Next episode, we're going to be talking about Guatemalan children smuggling heroin in their eye sockets, so stay tuned.